What is up, guys? It is Shadowrose here, and welcome to the next deck profile. This one being my Madolche deck. Now, Madolches are one of the decks that I personally love the most, other than Blackwings and Infernoids, which I will have an Infernoid deck eventually, just not at the moment. Just need to order a few more cards for it. So, first, let's go ahead and get into the deck profile. And as this video is going to be shorter than the last one. So first we're going to start off with three Madolines. Madeline is essentially the Stratus of your deck. That's explanatory. So next we have three Petty Assessor. You want to run three, and she essentially helps you special summon one from the deck if you have no monsters in the grave, which is a very big help for this deck, and is one of the key cards for you to drive through this deck, as she is part of the one card combo for Madeline. Three Angelis, so that way you can get into either Madeline or, say, if needed, Hoot Cake, so that way you can go into your place faster and be done with it very quicker. Me personally, I run three Hoot Cake. Now, you can run two, you can run one, but I personally run three just because of how many hand traps I have in this deck, and so that way I have more versatility and just more options to go with. I run two Messenger Auto. I don't run three because if you do open this in your hand, it's a brick, but you don't want to run only one because as he is very important to the deck, because this effect will only activate if you control a Beast Madolche, in the sense Messenger Hoot Cake. So, and he does search out your back row, so he is important. One Pudding Cess, because your rank 5 will not work without Pudding Cess, and she's needed, unfortunately. That's it for the Madolche monsters. Here we go with my Kaiju package. I run three Sticky String Kaiju and one of the Star Destroyer. You can swap these out for a Ghidorah, since whichever Kaiju is your personal preference. I personally run these two. Well, personally run these because Madolches are mainly Earth, and I want to try to stick to that. Now for the hand traps, we have two Ash Blossom, two Drone Lockbird, two Ghost Ogre, and two Effect Veiler. This deck wants to try to answer any problems that might come up in the near future. So if my opponent say tries to Pot of Desires, Ash, say they try to add a card to their hand, I can easily just stop it with Droll, and then try to do anything with their field spell or just monster effects. I got Ghost or Effect Veiler. Now for the spells, I run three field spell of Madolche Chateau. Now, most of you are probably thinking that three is a little excessive when you only need like two or one or two. But me personally, I run three so that way I can easily access it more and go into like the later grind game if I ever face a deck like Eldritch or any back row heavy control deck. Three Madolche Salon. You can cut this down to two, but three is important because you want that you want that extra null summon, and you if you add a Madolche from your if you shuffle Madolche into your deck, or if you add one to your hand through the effect of the field spell, it will set a Madolche spell or trap directly from the deck. So that's a very key thing. Next we have two Madolche Ticket. This one, it lets you add a monster if you shuffle one from the field into the main deck, or if a Madolche is shuffled into the main deck or into your hand, you can add one from your deck to your hand. Or if you control a fairy, like one of the Xyz or Links, and so it will let you instead special summon one. But and both of these are mandatory effects. Next, we have 2 Interrupt Kaiju Slumber. Interrupted Kaiju Slumber is for the Kaiju package that I showed you earlier, and it also board wipes the entire board so that way you can just kind of reset everything. Next, we have 2 Cosmic Cyclones, mainly for back row removal, and instead of destroying like Twin Twisters or MST, you can actually just banish their background, which is very helpful nowadays. And finally, for the traps, I run 2 Promenade, mainly because this is the negation for the deck, but you don't want to run too many because it will clog up your hand if you run more than maybe 2. Now for the extra deck. Here we have 3 of the Fresh Sistart. For her, say you want to protect your Madolche spells and traps, she's what helps you do that if she's pointing to a Madolche monster. Yeah, so, and she can protect herself however many times equal to the number of Madolches in the graveyard by shuffling the Madolches in your graveyard into the deck to protect herself. 3 of the Madolche Chocolate a la Mode. You want to run 3 because she's like the main combo piece of your deck. She shuffles a Madolche back into the deck, and if she has a pudding sets on the board, then, well, this is very, very combo heavy piece right here. And you can summon almost up to like 3 monsters off of this if you have the perfect hand. But most of the time, you want to run 3 and you'll summon off 2. 3, Madolche Tiara Masu. You want to run 3 of her, no ifs, ands, or buts, because she is technically the non-targeting removal of this deck, and she can shuffle back any Madolche once you detach a card. But you do have to have Madolche in the graveyard in order to activate her effect. 2, Madolche Teacher Glass Souffle. I personally would run 3, but you don't need more than 2 in case you're going first. And she's just a generic good protection overall, because it will protect your Madolches from monster effects if you detach one, and she will help you recycle your hand traps if Chateau is out. We have Mrs. Radiant, Drill Driver, Abyss Dweller, and Exciton Knight. I personally run these just to have them in the deck. I never personally run them. You could run anything you wanted in here. This is just personal preference. I run Abyss Dweller and Drill Driver just because why not. And Mrs. Radiant is mainly for the attack boost. Exciton Knight is mainly the last resort of the deck. So, I mean, if you want to run them, you can, but at the same time, it's not needed. Alright, well that is it for the deck profile. So, if you guys enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this with your friends. Hit that notification bell for more notifications in the future. Remember, this is a gaming channel, and I will get back to horror games eventually. And I may miss some days where I may be recording or just trying to find more games for y'all to enjoy. Anyway, have fun, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.